guarantees. Both fighters give a guarantee of an explosive, action-packed fight inside the cage. Beyond that, each man sees himself as the fighter ending the night with a victory.
Bell rings, we're going to meet in the middle of the cage, we're going to stand toe-to-toe, and we're going to go to war. And I don't see this one going the distance. I think someone's going down.
Tonight's going to be an exciting fight. We're both in shape. We're both go hard. It's going to be action-packed.
For a great show for the crowd, I'd love to just, stand up the whole time with them and let's trade, toe-to-toe.
Probably right. We're both going to come out with our lumps, but I'm going to come out victorious, so that's all that matters in the end.
I just keep coming after you, and I don't give up.
I'm looking to finish a fight early and get out of there early and get paid.
I'm walking into this fight as a 6-0 fighter, and I'm walking out as a 7-0 fighter.
Ricardo Lamas and Danny Castillo make their final preparations for their battle in the cage. As we get set for the tail of the tape in this lightweight bout, Ricardo Lamas, 27 years of age, he's 5'8", weighed in at 155 pounds, his reach 69 inches. Danny Castillo, 29 years of age, 5'9", 156, his reach 2 inches more. So this will be a very, very interesting fight in the lightweight division as we are scheduled for 3 rounds. Right now we go inside the cage. Joe Martinez has the official introductions.
And here we go, fight fans. 3 rounds scheduled in the lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a freestyle fighter, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 156 pounds. Professional record, 7 victories, just 1 defeat. He joins us tonight from Sacramento, California. Here is Danny Castillo. Next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Also a freestyle fighter, he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. Official weight, 155 pounds. As a professional, he enters the cage tonight perfect with 6 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, here is the undefeated Ricardo, the Bully Lamas. Referee in charge of the action, Herb Dean.
All right, gentlemen, we've gone over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. Touch gloves, make it official.
With Herb Dean in charge of the action, we are set to go. 3 rounds of action in the lightweight division in the WEC. Castillo versus Lamas.
Ready to fight? Ready. Good.
I think the first 60 seconds, Frank, is really going to tell the tale on this one.
I agree. We're going to see whether this is going to be a wrestling match or if the wrestling cancels it out, we're going to see a pure boxing match.
2 guys that are very, very strong on the ground.
Well, it might have the boxing match going on. Because the one thing about that is whoever decides to, if Castillo, let's say, lands a shot on, Ricardo Lamas and he hurts him, Lamas can't at that point use his wrestling as a backfall because they're both pretty equal in wrestling when they're both, coherent and at full, grasp of their facilities. If they're not going to be able to get a takedown on the opponent if they're stunned and they're hurt and they're seeing stars.
Good exchanges early on here. Remember, this one's scheduled for 3 rounds in the lightweight division.
Ooh, well, he got to close his eyes and wing that one out there, huh?
Danny Castillo in the red and black trunks. Ricardo Lamas in the red with the gray trim.
Jab. Ricardo Lamas is good boxer. Jab that is different from the jab. So Ricardo Lamas throws a jab to hit you. Danny Castillo has more of a feeling out kind of jab. I mean, you know, if it makes contact, it makes contact, but he's using it more of a range finder.
I always find it interesting when the fighters come in, Frank, and they're talking about guarantees, guaranteeing a victory, guaranteeing a submission. And then when you get in there, things seem to change.
Everything changed when we really compete. But, you know, and that's twofold. A lot of times fighters will really not, if we weren't coached by maybe the interviewer to try to sell the fight and say things, a lot of things probably wouldn't be said. So sometimes, you know, you gotta remember when a guy sits down giving an interview, he has, you know, the questioner is saying, well, you know, what about this? Or he said this about you. They're trying to also entice them.
Well, I think the question's been answered as we approach the 2.5-minute mark, the halfway point here in round number 1. More boxing going on than wrestling, so the wrestling may have canceled out by two very proficient wrestlers.
We're definitely seeing, you know, what if two things was going to happen, either a wrestling match or a, you know, wrestling cancels itself out in a stand-up war.
Maybe a dirty boxing Muay Thai affair?
Yeah, right now we're seeing actually some pretty clean striking. I'm not really seeing any of the dirty clinching or...
But it seems that when the fatigue sets in with fighters that are pushing the pace this quick in the lightweight division, they get to that clinch area and then it turns into who's got that dirty boxing ability.
That is definitely a facet of the game that, you know, that helps out. You know, whoever can control the clinch typically controls where the fight goes.
Wow. Oh. Wow. Ricardo Lamas just came in and threw a combination, an absolute barrage that sent Danny Castillo back, and now he responds. Quick hands by Lamas.
Lamas also, too, the one aspect of the game that he has that Castillo doesn't right now is the kicking. You know, they're both throwing excellent hands back and forth, but at the end, Ricardo Lamas has put an exclamation on his combinations by firing off some shots. So that shot that landed, you know, Danny Castillo kind of thought it was over with. The other again, you see it. He's throwing combinations, and at the end, whack, fires off that kick.
Castillo with a nice lead in left and loads up the right. And this is really interesting to find out who's going to control the clinch here as they go to the cage.
Come on, you guys, just keep those knees clean.
Nice. Ricardo Lamas had the body lock locked, and then Danny Castillo did the right thing. He was able to pull his hips out and get the elbow back down.
Under 30 seconds to go here in round number 1 from Las Vegas, Nevada. Danny Castillo and Ricardo Lamas in the lightweight division. This one's scheduled for 3.
I don't know why, you know, Ricardo Lamas doesn't just keep loading up on that the roundhouse to the thigh. You know, he is throwing the home run shot to the head, and the one that looked like it got some pretty good contact here. But the one easy shot that seems to be scoring is that one.
We'll have round number 2 when we return. Action from round number 1. Ricardo Lamas on the right side of your screen.
Great combination here. You see the hands finishing off with that head kick. You know, Danny Castillo brought the forearm up to block it, and he caught though the foot though. If that had been all shin, that could have been a very devastating shot. Okay, now Danny Castillo's returning a low roundhouse himself. What's funny, I want to point this out. It's every time someone throws a kick now, everybody calls it a leg kick, right? Even if they throw the kick to the head, they go, oh, he leg kicked him in the head. I'm like, guys, a roundhouse to the leg is a leg kick. If the same kick is to the body, it's a body kick. If you throw the same kick to the head, it's a head kick. It's not a leg kick to the head. That makes absolutely no sense.
Wow. Danny Castillo comes in and he receives the brunt of a Lamas combination. Good action here early on in the second round. This one's scheduled for 3.
Both these individuals are really sitting down on their shots. You know, earlier I talked about, I wish, you know, certain individuals, if he sits down and fires. These guys, you know, they got good footwork. They're moving back and forth very well, head movement, you know. But the one thing is, wow, he really went for that one, huh? Both of them, when they're throwing their shots, they're sitting down. that expression means that you see them bending their knees. Like you see in previous fights, like Delagrati, as a kickboxing coach, would go through there and show when a guy's moving around, he's using good footwork, but when he throws the heavy shots, you got to bend your knees and fire the shot.
Good action here with under 3:30 to go in round number 2 in the lightweight division.
Oh, nice right hand.
Nice sprawl, though, by Lamas.
And
stays on his feet.
And that was what we're talking about. If Castillo could not get the takedown, because they're both pretty equal in the wrestling, why he wasn't hurt, trying to shoot a takedown after you get stunned by a shot is you're adding a little bit more to that task.
Wow, again, Ricardo Lamas with a beautiful combination and the head kick to finish it off.
The one thing, too, if I was Ricardo Lamas' corner, it seems that when Danny Castillo is backing away, he's guarding the left roundhouse to the head very well. The right hand is staying up. But when he fades away, he drops his left hand. If I was his corner, I'd say, hey, throw that hand combination, throw a right side kick. From your right, throw your right leg and fire it up to the left side of Danny Castillo's head. So throw a backside roundhouse.
Heavy combination left and right from Danny Castillo. Lamas comes back with a straight left and then the big head kick to follow.
Hey, you know what? And Lamas, though, you know what? He picked it up, though, with his arm. He was able to deflect it. Maybe if a combination before that would have set it up better.
Oh, big shots from both fighters.
You've seen the right body shot from Danny Castillo, but the only problem about throwing a body shot, you got to lower your level also. Because when you throw a punch to the body and you don't drop down levels, your head's exposed right now, and that's what we saw there. As soon as he delivered a nice body shot, Ricardo Lamas says, well, your head's open, boom, take that back to change. You throw a body shot, you got to lower yourself, because what protects you is your shoulder.
Gave him change. You said he gave him change in the cage.
Yes, well, that's an expression, give for giving. After you throw a combination, you don't want to sit there, you gave him some money, you don't want to get the change back. You get out of there,
Commonly referred to as a Frankism.
I've heard it a couple times in the gym. You don't want to stay there and get change, right?
No. Ricardo Lamas doing a great job of answering the combinations that Danny Castillo continues to bring. And Castillo is bringing some heavy leather. Another big body shot to the right side.
And he used his footwork to get him out, but again, he's nice body kick.
Snap that off.
How excellent is this? Both these guys going into this fight, people say, Ricardo Lamas, he's the guy with the wrestler. Danny Castillo, he trains up there with Uriah. He's a wrestler.
Wow! And Danny Castillo has caught Lamas with a big overhand, and now Lamas is in trouble. Herb Dean's gonna stop it.
Oh, so on the edge.
Wow! Up until that point, Ricardo Lamas seemed to be in control, and Danny Castillo gets it done with a big overhand. Danny Castillo firing off a bomb.
That is an unbelievable shot through the right hand. Ricardo Lamas, though, tough guy. He tried to stay in there. But here you see Danny Castillo throws, fakes the left, straight right hand right on the chin, down the pipe. I mean, really, you can't do it any better than that. That's no knock on Ricardo Lamas. He just took one of the most powerful shots you can throw, a straight right hand coming down the pipe. He tried to survive, but that was the right call by the referee.
Frank, that was not change. That was straight cash money from Danny Castillo. We'll be back with the official announcement when we return to Las Vegas. Back in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. At the conclusion of a lightweight bout, we go inside to Joe Martinez for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 4 minutes, 15 seconds of round number 2. Referee Herb Dean calls a halt to the bout. Stoppage due to strikes for your winner by TKO victory, Danny Castillo!
Danny, you know as well as anybody that momentum can change in an instant, as well as the whole fight can hinge on one hit, just like it did right there. How much, when you knew you'd connected on the chin, did you become primal and know you had to close it?
Momentum? Did you think I was losing the fight?
There are a few people that might have.
No, he's a tough opponent. I was running my combos. All thanks goes to my corner. I mean, I'm just like a machine. They programmed me to run the same combos, and that's exactly what happened.
You know that you were very confident coming into this fight. Was it the preparation that you and your team put together, or was it something that you saw in your opponent?
I train with the best team in the world, Team Alpha Male. I mean, Uriah is the head, and I got a great group of guys. My coaching, Juan Lascano, Master Tong, Fabio Prado, Justin Buckles. We got a great team. I love you, Mom.
You showed it right there. Congratulations. Once again, your winner, Danny Castillo.